Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Salette Sports Network, where Joseph Romero and myself, Michael McCall, are going to be bringing you this Salette Lions JV basketball game, where the Lions are going to be playing the Arthur Christian Conquering Riders JV basketball team. The Lions have played Arthur once earlier this year. They won 31-33. It was a very, very exciting game coming down to the last minute. Players to look out for this game for the Lions is Elijah Hall, Ryan Ta, both very important players. Also John Bronner, he's not so much of a scorer, so a lot of people don't notice what he does, but he's very good at seeing the floor, getting a lot of assists, so this should be a very thrilling game as Arthur is going to start the game with getting the tip-off.
Number 24 through the legs of number 11 there. Arthur's ball still.
And there's going to be a foul called on number 11, John Bronner. That's his team first.
Number 24 for Arthur will take the ball. 11 on the top. 12 will take a three and will miss it as Eli Hall makes the rebound.
And that's one thing that the Lions got to watch out for. This is a strong three-point shooting team, Arthur is. And the Lions got to run out and watch the three. They have to prevent it as Elijah gets it into the paint and puts it in for two. Nice play there by our big man, number 22, Elijah Hall, putting 2 points up on the board for the Lions. Elijah Hall is going to be able to force the turnover. The ball's passed down into the paint to number 40, who fumbles it and then steps out of bounds. Two nice plays there in a row by Elijah Hall as he gets the ball in the high paint, and John Bronner's called for the double dribble.
Number 24 for Arthur will take the ball. 23 dribbles it up the court. Finding someone to look for as John Bronner presses heavy on defense there. To 13, who fakes the three. Dribbles back to the top, passes to 23. 23 will go in and take a jump shot, but no good, as Theo Carlisle will take that.
Lions defense looking solid right now, being able to get a couple defensive stops, but what's important right now is they're forcing the shots of Arthur. They're forcing them to take the shots they want to. They're not letting Arthur take the shots that Arthur wants to, which is great. Elijah Hall is going to get the ball ripped out of his hands by 40 as he goes up for the layup, and then he's going to dive back on the floor, and there's going to be a jump ball called. It's going to be Arthur's ball. Or excuse me, it's going to be Lions ball. That's what I thought. Arthur won the tip-off, so it's Lions ball. John Bronner with it in the corner. Finds Elijah in the paint. Throws it in for two. No good. Sean Holman comes up with the rebound. Nice rebound there by Sean Holman.
Theo Carlisle passes to John Bronner. John Bronner will take the three and will make it. John Bronner is a sharpshooter with his threes, and he has been dishing it out throughout the whole season.
A beautiful three there by John Bronner. I was hesitant. He caught the ball, and I didn't know what he was going to do, but he caught it, shot it right away, and it went in. And Arthur's going to go down, and another nice defensive play by the Lions, forcing a turnover. The pass thrown over the head of the other Arthur player.
John Bronner will take the ball from the top. Finds Theo Carlisle. Theo Carlisle with the ball. Sean Holman to Ryland Taw. Ryland Taw fakes the shot. Dribbles in, passes back out to John Bronner. Fakes the three. Dribble in, passes back out to Theo Carlisle. John Bronner in the corner. Lions looking for a shot here.
Ryan pitches it out to Theo. The off-ball movement is doing well. The Lions are moving around on offense. Elijah setting screens. Sean Holman trying to box out, get the ball down in the paint, which is nice to see. However, the Lions need to start coming to the ball when the player gets trapped, as Ryan needs someone to pass it into. Quick, smart play. He's going to throw it off of number 11. However, it's going to bounce right back and hit Rylands. So it was a smart play. It just didn't really work. So it's going to be Arthur's ball.
23 will take it from the top for Arthur. 24, number 11. Lions defense is looking really good tonight. Arthur, number 40, passes out to number 12. 12 to 11. 11 will take the three and will swish it. 5-3 Lions.
Big three by Arthur. First points of the game. Lions got to watch out for the three-point line. We know Arthur is a three-point shooting team. We got to stop that. Elijah Hall's going to spin around, go up for the shot, and he's going to get the foul called on number 40. That's their team's first. That's Arthur's first, number 40's first. Elijah Hall, a pretty accurate free throw shooter, makes his first one. And Marco Cruz comes into the game for Ryan Taw. Marco Cruz, only a freshman, but he's definitely shown throughout this JV career that he can definitely help the team, and he's earned himself a spot on this JV team. As Elijah Hall is going to knock down his second free throw shot. Nice play there by Elijah Hall.
12, Arthur Christian, number 40. 40 dribbles it. Got foul.
Marco Cruz goes up to try to get the block, and he's called for the foul. It's the Lions' second foul, Marco's first. And it's a shooting foul, so number 40 for Arthur is going to the free throw line, and he takes his first shot. It's going to rattle around and bounce out. So he lines up for his second one, takes it. That one's not going to go in either, and the ball's going to finally end up in the hands of Marco Cruz. And John Bronner's going to take it up the 10-second line.
John Bronner going to take the ball, pass to Marco Cruz. Marco Cruz open, tries to pass to Eli Hall, gets it deflected by number 40 for Arthur Christian.
And I don't know, maybe Marco should have taken that shot right there. He passed it to Elijah when number 40 was definitely full, had his arm blocking the pass, but it's going to be Lions ball, so the Lions are going to go at it again as Bronner quickly passes to Theo Carlisle, finds Elijah Hall on the high post. Elijah wants the ball down low, but doesn't get it. Bronner in the corner has it. Sean Holman, nice spin around, gets the ball off, no good. Arthur's going to get the rebound. Nice play there by Sean Holman. He just wasn't able to finish on that shot.
Number 11. Number 11 will be fouled by number 30, Sean Holman.
It's going to be Arthur's ball. The Lions defense is still looking solid. They got to be careful about the fouls. That's their third already. With 3 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Another great defensive possession for the Lions. Coming up with the steal, just swarming the player with the ball when he picked it up. Just so much pressure, he's going to fumble it. It's going to be the Lions ball.
John Bronner at the top to Theo Carlisle. Theo Carlisle passes it back.
Sean Holman moving around down in the paint. He wants the ball down there. However, his defender's able to get in his face and prevent the pass, which is now going to be given to Elijah Hall, who goes up and is fouled again under the paint. Elijah Hall going to be going to the free throw line again. Shooting 2 free throws. That's Arthur's second foul. I believe both of them, or yes, both of them were on. They were both, Elijah Hall was fouled both times, so he's shooting his first one, which is good. Rylan Saw and 32 come back in for 40. Number 40 for Arthur was the one that committed both of those fouls. Ryan comes in for Theo Carlisle, and Elijah Hall takes his second shot, which is good. Elijah Hall, 4 for 4 at the free throw line. That is great to see from him tonight.
Number 12 for Arthur. Take the ball, dribble it around. That's number 23. With the ball, John Barner heavily defending.
Nice defense there from all around on the Lions, and they're going to call the travel on Arthur. It's on number 24. He's called for the travel. And it's going to be the Lions ball. The Lions doing a great job both on offense and defense. You can see them trapping the players when it's a dead ball, moving the ball around. Rylan Taw's going to take a shot off the front of the rim. No good. And there's going to be a foul called on Sean Holman. That's the team's fourth. Lions got to be careful about not getting into the bonus.
Arthur's number 23 will take it from the top. It's number 12. Number 24 to 23. 23 with the ball. Sean Holman on him.
Nice defense. Ryland jumped, helped defense, tipped the ball, and it's now Lions ball. Lions not letting Arthur take any shots. They're forcing them to take shots, or they're taking the ball from them before they're able to take a shot. John Bronner with a big three. John Bronner just takes the ball and fires and hits that from way outside the perimeter. Nice shot there from John Bronner, bringing the score 12-3.
John Bronner almost getting the ball there. It's number 23 from the top will take it to number 24 to number 12. 12 will take the three. No good. It's going to Arthur gets it back inbounds though. 24 to number 11.
Spinning around, throws it down in the paint. While number 12 was running baseline and it hits his feet, was not prepared for the pass. So it's going out of bounds, and the Lions just really taking the game away right now. Big three from John Bronner just shows the confidence that he has right now, which is great to see. Ryland quickly breaking the one-man press from Arthur, and they get it past the 10-second line. Ryland collects the ball at the wing, gets it into the high post. Nice pass to Elijah Hall. Back up to the top of the key over to Marco Cruz. Drives in, pulls back outside the perimeter. Pass fumbled by Nicholas Kellerman, who just recently came in for Sean Holman. John Bronner takes another three, and that one's not going to fall. Elijah Hall almost gets the rebound, but Arthur's going to come up with it. 24 trying to find something, spins around. Nice defense again by John Bronner.
Number 23 will go in, take a floater. It's no good. There'll be a foul called on number 35, Nicholas Kellerman.
Guess he shoved the player. I didn't quite see the foul, but the ref blew the whistle, so Arthur's going to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. First one's gonna bank in. Second one's off, and it's no good. Elijah Hall comes up with the rebound. Nice rebound there by Elijah Hall.
Bronner will take it with only 20 seconds left. Just going to juke out that man, go back in. Passing to Marco Cruz. Marco Cruz will travel, though, so it'll be Arthur's ball with 10 seconds to go.
10.2 seconds. John Bronner's going to drop into the backcourt to try to pick off the ball. Playing tight defense, not going to let Arthur get away with anything. 23 takes a deep three. That's no good. And it's going to go out of bounds with 1.3 seconds left. Lions have 1 second to shoot. Elijah gets it. And he passes to Ryan. He's not able to get it off on time. It hits the front of the rim. Almost goes in. You could hear everyone holding their breath and then release when it didn't go in. But the Lions with a big lead right now, 12-4. Coming out in the first quarter strong. You can see the confidence in them. They do not want to lose this game. They're playing very well. Very good defense, shutting down Arthur, making Arthur take the shots they want to. I know I've said this before, but they're forcing shots, which is just perfect because we know that Arthur can shoot. We know that they're running plays to get their players open to take shots, and Lions are just shutting that down and preventing Arthur to take their own shots, and because of that, they're coming up with steals, coming up with rebounds, which is good, and then coming down on offense, and John Bronner lighting up the three-point line. Elijah Hall getting good post moves down in the post, and everything's just working smoothly for the Lions. Just hopefully the Lions are going to be able to keep that up throughout this second quarter, and they can go into the half, fix any mistakes that they have, and then come to the second half and just completely dominate if they can continue at the state that they're in right now.
Will be Arthur's ball. His number 32 will inbound. Score 12-4, Lions on top. 11 will take it. Pass to number 24. 24 with the ball to number 23. 23. Be a pushing foul called on the lines. It's number 32 will inbound again.
Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't quite see what the penalty was, the foul was. The ref didn't come over to the desk, so I don't know if it was a foul. He just blew the whistle and made a hands motion, so I don't know what exactly happens. I apologize for that. I can try to figure that out at halftime, but it's Arthur's ball. They get it into the corner, fake the shot. You can see that they're hesitant right now to shoot, and that's because of the Lions' just strong defense. Gets into the paint, misses. Rylan Shaw comes up with the rebound, and it's taken out of his hands, but it rolls out of bounds. And Nicholas Kellerman playing out there right now. So Elijah Hall's not there. He's going to get the ball, but it's always good to see Nicholas Kellerman out there. We've definitely seen a lot of improvement on the side of Nicholas Kellerman. When he first got out there, he looked a little hesitant. He was nervous. He didn't really assert himself, but now we can see him. He's out there going for the block, trying to get the rebound, being aggressive, which is great to see from him because he has the huge advantage of his height, and it's great to see that he's starting to use that for his advantage in the basketball game. Coming up after the JV game, we have the long-expected and long-awaited varsity game. This is the Bravium Cup game for the varsity team. We'll be going into a little bit more detail about that at the end of this game and the beginning of the varsity game. Please tune a little bit early for we're going to have a pregame show where Father Stick, the headmaster, is going to recognize the basketball seniors. So please tune in for that. But getting back into the JV game.
Marco Cruz will take the ball. Passes to Rylan Tall at the top. Dribble in, passes to John Bronner. John Bronner will Marco Cruz, three-point line as the Arthur Christian looks like they rebooted their defense here.
You can sense the Arthur energy getting better as John Bronner makes his way into the paint. He's fouled. Nice, beautiful play there by John Bronner, making his way with this height disadvantage into the paint, trying to get the ball in, and he's going to get fouled. And it's always great to see John Bronner out there. He's a good passer. As I said earlier in the beginning of the game, he has good vision. He's able to find the good passes. And now, all of a sudden, in these past few games, he's starting to take shots, and he's making them. And now, so he has the advantage of being a good passer. He's good at defense, and now he can shoot threes. So it's just an overall threat for the Lions. He's not able to make his free throws. Nicholas Kellerman goes in for the rebounds. However, Ben Blood is going to be called for a push foul. And the Lions Arthur is now in the bonus. It's the Lions' 7th foul, which is not good for the Lions. To be in the bonus this early in the game. Arthur's going to go to the free throw line for 1-and-1.
Number 11, prep for a shot. And will make it. 12-5 Lions up.
As 11 sinks his first one, he lines up for his second one. Ben Blood prepping for the box out, get the rebounds. 11's going to sink his second shot. Arthur bringing the full court press now. The Lions haven't had too much trouble breaking this throughout the season, but hopefully we'll see how they can handle it this game.
John Bronner with the ball, dribbles it up, passes out to Rylan Tarr. Rylan Tarr almost loses the ball there, but will recover. Passes out to John Bronner. John Bronner, Marco Cruz. Marco Cruz with the ball to John Bronner.
Nicholas Kellerman fighting down in the paint, setting screens, wanting the ball. He wants to score as Rylan Tarr runs in, takes the shot, and it's too far over the backboard. Quick pass down in the paint to number 11, and Rylan Tarr comes up with the steal, going all the way, throws up a right-handed layup, no good. The ball's loose, however, Arthur's going to recover. Down to number 11 again. The ball's tipped away. 23 recovers it. And 11's going to slow down the offense. Picks up his dribble.
25 with the ball, but 25 will get the ball intercepted by Marco Cruz. Marco Cruz dribble it out of bounds. So it will be still Arthur's ball.
And 4 new subs coming into the game for the Lions. Sean Holman, Elijah Hall, Theo Carlisle, and Andrew Sick. And a nice call there by Father Carlisle to give all his players just a quick breather. All except Bronner is going to stay out there.
Number 24, Arthur, will go in. Tries to pass on to number 32, but will get it deflected as it starts back up on the top. There's number 23 will take it. Lions defense has been stellar so far this game, as they are not letting Arthur take any shots. So number 32 will go in for the layup there, and will make it 12-8 Lions.
It's going to be Lions ball 12-8, and Bronner takes it past the 10-second line. The Arthurs brought back their full court press a little bit, and Bronner is going to be able to get it onto the other side of the court as Elijah Hall hits the floor hard as the foul is called on number 32 for Arthur. It's not a shooting foul, so they're going to get it baseline. Number 5 checks into the game for number 11. Elijah Hall gets it. Gets the ball poked away from him. And it's going to be Arthur's ball. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Elijah Hall just lost control of the ball, and looks like everyone just kind of froze. It's going to be Arthur's ball. With 3:45 left in the first half. 24 loses control of the ball. Theo Carlisle comes up with it. John Bronner loses it. Sean Holman dives on the floor for it. Arthur's going to come up with it. John Bronner steals it from behind. Andrew Sick recovers it. The ball's going to end up in the Lions' hands as Bronner gives it to Andrew Sick.
Andrew Sick to Eli Hall. Eli Hall will do a fadeaway there, but will not make it as number 23 for Arthur will recover the ball. Passes to number 32. 32 fakes the layup, tries to make the pass, but will not, as it will be Lions ball here.
And the Lions just looking a little, I don't know what's the word, just disoriented. They were looking very unified, I guess you could say, in the beginning of the game, working together, but now it's, I don't know if they were getting tired, but they got to make up for this as Theo Carlisle is almost trapped by the 10-second line, and Andrew Sick now gives it back to Theo. Andrew Sick holds it way outside the perimeter.
Sick to Theo Carlisle. Theo Carlisle with the ball. He will. Number 5 will be charged with a foul there. Andrew Sick will inbound the ball for the Lions here. Andrew Sick will be subbed out by Ryland Taw. Ryland Taw will take the ball. Pass it to John Bronner. John Bronner with the ball. Arthur heavily defending here.
John Bronner trying to make some space for himself. Gets into the paint again. Throws it out to Theo Carlisle. Holds the ball. Could have been plucked away, but it wasn't. And a bad pass by Ryland Taw straight to the out-of-bounds line. It was the pass was intended for John Bronner. It was just too low for him, and he wasn't able to get it. It's going to be Arthur's ball. Lions still holding a lead of 12-8. Carlisle attempts to get the steal. He's not able to, though.
Number 24 for Arthur Christian passes it to number 5, but Ryland Taw will take the ball. Ryland Taw passes to John Bronner. John Bronner to Sean Holman. Sean Holman will make the layup there. Great play.
Beautiful pass by John Bronner. I was expecting him to go up with it, but he dished it off to Sean Holman, who put it for an easy layup. Beautiful vision there by John Bronner, and a nice steal by Ryland Taw, and that beautiful play was just finished up by Sean Holman's layup. Great effort and possession there by the Lions. Another Great defensive play as Elijah Hall dives down there and tips the ball with the help of Ryan Sa, as Arthur Christian calls a timeout.
Lions offense have been really on this game. Passes, John Bronner's been making his threes. They looked a little disunified there in the beginning of the second half, but I think they got it together now.
They've definitely cleaned their game up since the last time I said they were looking disunified, and started from Ryan saw a great steal there and gave it to John Bronner, and good possession there by the Lions offense, was able to give it to Sean Holman. Minute 50 seconds left in the first half. Coach Father Carlisle is going to leave the starting 5 out there, and it's going to be Arthur's ball inbounding under the hoop.
Number 24 for Arthur will inbound the ball to number 40. 40 will take the shot. No good. So it will be out of bounds as Eli Hall gets it. The ball fumbles with the ball there and lets it loose.
Yeah, Elijah Hall had the rebound, and he just fumbles with it, and it's going to go to Arthur. I don't know what quite happened there, but Sean Holman gets his fingers on the ball and almost reaches in. The refs don't call anything. 5 gives it to, attempts to gives it to in the post, but Elijah Hall goes the other way and puts an easy layup in. Elijah Hall, nice play there. 32 tried to get the pass, however, Elijah Hall jumped on it. 23 trying to find something, gives it to 5.
5 to 32, 32 to 24. 24 is going to go in, but we'll get it stripped. But Theo will fumble with the ball there as it goes out of bounds.
And I can't quite see what's happening down in the paint because there are so many people. It's very congested, but what I do know is the Lions aren't fouling, which is great. They're able to prevent the shot, get their hands on the ball, and they're not fouling, which is great because Arthur is in the bonus, and the Lions are able to control their fouls on preventing the shot in the post, which is very important, and it's great to see the Lions are performing and being able to execute that tonight.
John Bronner with the ball to Theo Carlisle. Theo Carlisle. Pass it to Eli Hall. Eli Hall in the paint will travel as it will be Arthur Christian's ball.
And that's just a mistake that we're not used to seeing Elijah Hall make. He traveled while he was down in the paint. It's going to be Arthur's ball as they inbound it to number 5, being guarded by John Bronner, who has the height advantage right there in that matchup. 5 in the corner. Ryland was a little late to go and guard him. They got to watch the 3, which is great that they've been able to prevent the 3 this game. 5 saves that and gets it to the top of the key to number 12.
Number 24 in the corner dribbles in, passes to number 23. 23 is open, goes up for the shot. But Sean Holman will get him right in time as Eli Hall will make that rebound. 7 seconds, John Brown will take a 3. No good as Sean Holman comes up with the rebound.
John Bronner took the 3. He had a lot of time left. I don't know why he took the 3. Sean Holman's going to be called for the foul. And a bad mistake there, bad set of events because Arthur's going to the free throw line. And I was about to say I didn't think they were going to score with only 1.8 seconds, but I forgot that they were in the bonus. So they're going to shoot 1 and 1. Number 40 has visited the free throw line once already this game, and I do believe that he has missed both of his free throws. If he misses the first, the Lions can get the rebound. He sinks his first, so he's going to get a chance at shooting another one. That brings the score 9-16. The Lions are going to have 1.8 seconds to score. And he's going to knock down that shot. And then now it's only a 2-possession game, down by 6. Bronner quickly gives it to Elijah Hall. Elijah Hall takes the shot, and that's no good. Then the buzzer sounds for the end of the first half of this JV basketball game. The score is 16-10. Overall, the Lions have been doing a very good job. The second half, they kind of slowed down, stalled out a little bit. They let Arthur come back and weren't able to put as many points up. But please come back in about 10 minutes to see if the Lions are able to talk things out and figure out what they need to do on offense. But until then, this is Michael McCall and Joseph Romero. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the JV basketball game where the Lions are facing off against Arthur Christian Conquering Riders. The Lions are currently up 16-10 right now. I'm your broadcaster, Michael McCall, and with me is Joseph Romero. And Joe, we were talking earlier about the Lions' offense and just like how it was working together, but it started to break down a little bit. And I mean, how did it kind of break down? Like where and what kind of happened there?
I think because all the subs went in, the team had to reform, and they finally did when they got the triple pass with Bronner passing it to Sean Holman in the paint and getting that layup at the end of the second half.
Exactly. They kind of stalled out a little bit. They were doing really well, and then they just kind of reached ahead, and they weren't able to put points up, and Arthur was able to catch up a little bit. But then the Lions, they started to find their groove again after the big play with Ryan and Ta and Bronner. As Bronner takes a three, he's not able to connect with that one. And it's going to be Arthur's ball, quickly bringing the ball up the court. But right now from the Lions, we just really want to see them continue what they had in the first quarter to play their strong defense, not let Arthur take any threes. And they got to use their offense like they have been, getting into the paint. Elijah Hall is very good in the first quarter. And then John Bronner was able to hit 2 threes, but we can't expect John Bronner to continue hitting those threes. We have to rely on the shots like layups that is, if it's open, it's mostly guaranteed points. As Arthur's able to move it around, 40 gets the shot, gets his own rebound, and puts it in for 2.
John Bronner will take it from the top as Arthur is heavily pressing on their defense. Sean Holman open, passing to Ian Whitehead. Ian Whitehead back to John Bronner on the top. Rylan Tarr. Arthur looking heavy on their defense as we enter this second half of play.
Yeah, Arthur definitely bringing the energy right now. The Lions still lacking in that a little bit. Excuse me, as Arthur comes out with another steal on the defensive side. Lions cannot let the Arthur score, or else it's just going to be 2 continuous plays right in a row. And it's really going to change the momentum of this game even more for Arthur. However, the Lions are almost going to come up with a steal. That's nice to see. And bad pass by the Lions. However, it's going to be last touched by Ryan and Toss, so it's going to be Arthur's ball.
Number 23 for Arthur will inbound the ball. Looking for someone to find.
Nice defensive pressure, not to let anyone open. They had to run all the way outside the perimeter to get the pass in.
Number 12 to number 11 on the top. It's number 23 will find number 24. 24 in the corner, tries to pass to number 40.
Elijah Hall swoops in there from behind, grabbing the ball. Nice read there by Elijah Hall, stalling this offense, but again, here the Lions are just ahead. They're not getting big plays. They're not getting good steals. They're just stalling out, and which is good right now because they're up, but they're just preventing Arthur from scoring. As 12 takes a 3, and that one's going to bank in.
Big shot for Arthur there as they are now only down by 1 point. Eli Hall to Ian Whitehead. Sean Holman was open, but Eli Hall could not find him.
And another missed shot by the Lions. Sean Holman was down there, and he just wasn't able to make it. It rolled around the top of the rim, and now it's Arthur's ball. Only down by 1 as Ryan and Ta gets his hands on the ball, and it's going to be Arthur's ball still, but the Lions need to stop Arthur from scoring here and get the ball and go down and score. So Ryan's going to foul number 40. The Lions were in the bonus going into this end of the second quarter. However, the bonus went away, but they just got to watch their fouls.
Number 23 in the corner. Again, tries to find number 40, but Eli Hall intercepting these balls, smacking them out of bounds. Great defense by Eli Hall here.
Definitely, and you saw Ryan and Todd giving Elijah Hall a high five, and I'm just pointing that out because the Lions are looking like they're lacking in energy right now, and they really need to bring that up as Elijah Hall gets the rebound, and another good play from number 22, Elijah Hall, gets it down the paint, pass to Sean Holman, who puts it up for 2, and the Lions are going to increase their lead. And you hear the crowd clap because everyone was kind of holding their breath, seeing what was going to happen, who was going to take the momentum. Elijah Hall tries to get the pass in again, breaks up the shot, falls in the hands of John Bronner. No good, 18-15. Lions picking things back up. They got to bring the energy. John Bronner's called for the carry. No one was coming to help get the pass. Everyone was just letting John Bronner take care of the ball himself, and it resulted in a turnover.
Number 23 for Arthur will take the ball from the top. Drives in, but gets the ball kneecapped by John Bronner, and Sean Holman recovers the ball there.
And another lucky break for the Lions. Good defensive effort there, but they got to keep this up. They got to score here on offense. Got to continue to increase this lead. As Whitehead takes the jumper, which is good. That's Ian Whitehead's shot, knocks it down, increasing the lead to 5. That's exactly what the Lions need. They needed to stop the momentum of Arthur and take it back themselves. They cannot let a 3 be taken and made here. As 40 takes a 3, which is no good. Sean Holman attempts to get the rebounds. And he comes up with the steal. Big play by Sean Holman there. Rylan Taw, quick fast break, gets around his defender and lays in the shot. Rylan Taw with a beautiful baseline run there. Gets all the way down into the paint and lays it in for 2. The Lions beginning to get the momentum all the way on their side. Whitehead gets the steal, gives it to John Bronner, who puts in another basket for 2. The score 24-15. The Lions really taking it away now. And Arthur is going to call a timeout.
Lions really taking advantage of Arthur's rushness to score. Taking the ball, stealing it, making those hoops.
And right there, the Lions Arthur made a mistake, and the Lions capitalized on it. Just kept forcing Arthur to continue to make mistake after mistake, and it resulted in 6 points there for the Lions. And as Coach Father Carlisle says, the time that you're most likely to make a mistake is right after you have just made a mistake, because you're thinking or you're worrying about that. And you just saw the Lions capitalize on that one small mistake of Arthur, and they really just took it and ran with it, and were able to give them a 24-15 lead. I'd like to give a quick shout out for those who are giving comments. Thank you so much. Just a quick shout out to Lisa Reen, Mr. Kellerman, and the Esparza family. Thank you so much for commenting. It's always nice to get comments to know that people are listening to us, and any feedback and encouragement or any feedback or criticism that you can give us would be muchly appreciated. It's going to be Arthur's ball down on their side of the court after the timeout. As they get the ball in, and John Bronner playing the tight defense, and the timeout call by Arthur was most likely just to stop the run of the Lions, to break it up, but the Lions are right back at it with Rylan Taw coming in with the steal as he rips the ball away. And the referee is going to ask Rylan to back up a little bit. He was too close to his defender. Pass made into number 12.
Number 12 to 24 for Arthur. Arthur looking for points here. As Ian Whitehead will intercept the ball, pass it to John Bronner. John Bronner with a pass there. Pass to Rylan Taw. Rylan Taw for the jump shot. No good. As Ian Whitehead recovers the ball, Nicholas Kellerman to Rylan Taw. Rylan Taw for another chance. Will not make it as Sean Holman makes the rebound. And will be fouled for 2.
And big plays there by Ian Whitehead. Gets the steal by jumping up. He has good vertical. Then he's able to grab the ball, goes down, and gives the pass. The pass was a little bit behind John Bronner, so he wasn't able to make take the shot. However, he's able to get another offensive rebounds for the Lions, and it resulted in Sean Holman going to the free throw line. However, he's going to miss his first shot. He lines up for his second one. Takes it, and that one's no good. It rattles around, and Nicholas Kellerman comes up with the rebound. Gives it to Ian Whitehead, and now gives it to Ryland, who comes running back from the other side of the court, who now gives it to Bronner.
Bronner from the top. Lions 24-15 as Ian Whitehead passes it to Nicholas Kellerman, but number 40 takes the ball there. So Arthur is giving another chance to score. And number 24 will be fouled by number 24, Ryland Taw.
I didn't quite see the foul there, but it's called on Ryland Taw. It kind of looked like the Arthur player jumped into Ryland's. But it's going to be Arthur's ball as they're trying to find someone to pass it to. They get it into the paint, but he's met by a horde of hands of Lions players as they prevent the shot, and there's another foul called on the Lions. It's on Nicholas Kellerman. It's not a shooting foul. It's a foul on the floor. So the Lions are going to get another opportunity to get a defensive stop here. Ryland Taw trying to guard the inbound pass. It's made it into the corner with Marco Cruz guarding it. Nicholas Kellerman gets his hands on the ball. And 40 is trying to back him down, but Nicholas Kellerman's not moving. Nicholas Kellerman gets his hands on the ball this time and pokes it away.
John Bronner and Marco Cruz. Marco Cruz at the three-point line. Take it back to John Bronner. John Bronner calls out something. John Bronner with the ball to Marco Cruz. Marco Cruz with the free jump shot. Will not make it. This number, so it will be a jump ball as Sean Holman dives on it and two other Arthur players.
And a couple players hit the ground there. It looked like everyone's just feet got tangled up and they all falled over, but luckily everyone's okay. No ankles sprained, which is very good. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball in the corner. Ryland Taw pokes it out. I don't know how he poked it out, but he's going to be called for the foul. That's Ryland Taw's fourth foul. It's a blocking foul. Lions cannot afford to lose Ryland right now. Pass all the way out to number 24.
24 to Arthur Christian. For Arthur Christian, pass it to number 32 in the corner. Number 32 to 20 on the top. 20, number 32. Number 40 is trying to go in the paint, but Nicholas Kellerman will block him. Back to number 24. 24 tries to pass to number 40 as Ryland Taw will make the interception. He's dribbling fast, but needs to slow it down here. John Bronner will take the ball with 3 seconds left. Marco Cruz doesn't know about the time, will not take the shot. And that is the end of the third quarter.
And yeah, Coach Father Carlisle told Ryland to slow things down. He was moving too fast. Passed it to Bronner, and Marco just didn't know what was happening with the time, and so he didn't take the shot. So he just held it as the buzzer rang, but at least there was no turnover, and Arthur wasn't able to score, so the score remains 24-15, Lions with the lead. But, Joe, what do you think the Lions really need to work on offense this time? I mean, I know we were saying that they were, in the second quarter, they lacked working as a unit, but I think they've kind of corrected that a little bit. But what do you think, like, coming into the fourth quarter, that they really need to capitalize on their offense if they want to continue this lead and take this game?
Well, they need to find Eli Hall in the paint as they did in the first half. And John Bronner, we could use some of John Bronner's threes.
Exactly. We can always use John Bronner's threes. He did go cold a little bit, and it is probably smart that he's not taking them. He made two, but he missed the next two, or I think he only took 2 shots. But the Lions, I mean, at this point right now, they don't really need threes unless they're wide open. But they got to move. The biggest thing right now, I just think, is off-ball movement. It's been good throughout this game. They just got to keep it up. The screens, the boxing out, the cuts, that's what the Lions really need to focus on right now. Bad pass by Theo Carlisle. And the ref is going to call a travel, but he called the wrong direction. He called a travel, pointed that it was Arthur's way, because, I mean, they were facing the opposite direction, so he pointed towards Arthur, but he meant towards the Lions. So it's the Lions' ball after a travel on Arthur. John Bronner gets it to Andrew Sick.
John Bronner at the top to Andrew Sick. Andrew Sick trying to pass to Eli Hall. Eli Hall will take the ball, but will get swiped by 40 as he fumbles with the ball there, goes out of bounds, and it'll be Arthur Christian's ball.
As Arthur is back down on the offensive side of the court, gets it in the high post, down to number 40, and he's going to lay that in for 2. The Lions looking a little tired and low on energy, so I don't know what they need to do right now to bring that back up.
John Bronner with the ball. Andrew Sick screens number 23. John Bronner pass to Andrew Sick. Andrew Sick with the ball looking for Eli Hall. Eli Hall in the paint, tries to make a shot, no good, as it will be, a foul will be called on Eli Hall.
And a dangerous thing about this game is that this game is kind of stalled out. It's definitely stalled out a lot, and so both sides are just stuck there. No one's scoring, it's just running back and forth. In a sense, quote unquote, it's kind of boring for the players. They're not really doing anything, and it's more dangerous for the Lions because Arthur's fighting back to get the score. The Lions are trying to keep the score, so they just got to find their energy from somewhere. Marco Cruz comes up with a big steal, which is good for the Lions, but they just got to keep their energy high. Marco Cruz is bringing a lot of it right now, as you can see. Bronner's trying to call things out. He's moving around, gets the ball in the corner, takes the 3, and that's no good. Almost comes up with the steal. 3 is taken by Arthur, which is no good. Elijah Hall tips it. And number 11, Arthur, tips it. And it's going to be the Lions' ball. 5:18 left in the fourth quarter. That was very close. The Lions can't afford a 3 to be taken by Arthur. They got to keep this decently sized lead that they have.
John Bronner in the corner. Finds Sean Holman. Sean Holman tries to go for that layup. As Eli Hall will be fouled.
And that was a bad shot by Elijah Hall. He's way off balance. 2 players on him. I think he was trying to get the foul to be taken, but Arthur did not. Luckily, Elijah Hall was able to get in there and get the rebounds. As he takes the first shot, and he makes it. That's a big shot for the Lions. He lines up for the second one. 5:06 left in this ball game. As it rattles around, doesn't fall in. 25-17. 20 for Arthur, taking the ball up, fumbles it. Recovers it. Pass intercepted by Ian Whitehead. Almost gets the ball poked out from under him, but he holds on to it and passes to Marco just in time, and Marco gives it to Bronner now in the corner. Back to Marco, over to Whitehead. John Bronner moving down in the paint. He wants another 3 in the corner. He has the ball, but he's quickly guarded. Arthur knows to stay on him and make sure that he can't take any 3s.
Marco Cruz to Ian Whitehead. Ian Whitehead on the top. Marco Cruz dribbling around. Lions looking for some points here. John Bronner in the corner again. Tries to pass to Eli Hall. Eli Hall fumbles with the ball as number 23 for Arthur will take it. To number 20 in the corner. To number 40. 40 with the ball in the corner. Drives in. But Marco Cruz smartly hits it off.
Backing Marco Cruz up, and Marco Cruz was afraid that he was going to get the ball stolen away from him. So he just takes it and throws it off his leg. I don't know if he realized that all the other Arthur players had run to the other side of the court. But, I mean, in the sense, stop the clock. I don't know if the Lions really want that right now. It's quite an unusual play, but, I mean, we'll give it to Marco Cruz for not turning it over, adapting to the play, and seeing what he saw was necessary. Lions defense still looking strong. They've held Arthur to 17 points so far. Last game, Arthur scored 31 points, which is definitely a big difference, which is nice to see from the Lions right now. And they've held this lead throughout the entire game. And I don't think that Arthur has been in the lead at all this game.
No.
Which is great to see from the Lions. They were able to get themselves up, and they were able to hold out and keep the score that way.
Four minutes and 6 seconds remaining in this game. Lions are up by 8. It's Marco Cruz will inbound the ball here. John Bronner. Arthur will
let John Bronner just walk across the half-court line. I don't think that's what the coach wanted, but he's going to be able to.
Marco Cruz with the ball to John Bronner to Rylantaw. Rylantaw to Eli Hall. Eli Hall will fake number 40 out with a great play there by Eli Hall.
Fancy footwork there by Elijah Hall, spinning his defender around, getting in there. Nice play there by Elijah Hall. John Bronner, after the missed shot, gets the rebounds. He finds Rylan. Rylan drives baseline, spins around, gives it to Elijah Hall. The Lions really picking up the pace now, which is good to see after the timeout. Ian Whitehead takes the shot. That rattles around and falls in. The Lions really starting to take this away now, 29-17. John Bronner comes up with the steal. It goes off the foot. Rylan Tall collects it. Nice way to sprint there and collect the ball. Gives it to Whitehead. Now over to Marco Cruz. Marco Cruz fumbles it. Elijah Hall recovers it. John Bronner slowing things down, trying to set up the offense.
John Bronner on the top. Marco Cruz. Marco Cruz just going to drive in, pass to Eli Hall. Eli Hall barely missed that ball, but recovers it, passes it to Rylan Tall. Rylan Tall drives in, tries to go for the shot, but number 20 will make the rebound as Arthur will start.
And that was a good pass. It was a good luck to Elijah. The pass just wasn't there, and John Bronner gets the steal. 20 trying to hold him back. Throws up the layup, and he's fouled on the shot. John Bronner with 2 big steals. Maybe that could have saved this game and made sure that the Arthur was not able to come back. And he's at the free throw line now shooting 2 shots.
It looks like Arthur will be subbing out all their players for a whole different team.
And I believe John Bronner made the shot. 30-17 now. As he lines up to take a second one, and Peter Agbat-Barone gets subbed into the game for Ryan Saw. John Bronner nails his second one. John Bronner finding something in the fourth quarter. 2 big steals, 2 big layup, 2 big free throws, and a clutch layup for John Bronner as the pass is over to number 5. The ball tipped by Peter Agbat-Barone, and Marco Cruz is almost going to come up with the rebound. However, he steps out of bounds, and it's going to be Arthur's ball. And Ben Blood's going to now check into the game for Elijah Hall, and Martin Schoberty is going to check in for Ian Whitehead.
John Bronner will take the ball with 2:10 to go. It's fourth quarter. It's Peter Agbat-Barone. His ball in the corner, pass it to John Bronner. John Bronner with the ball here. Number 5 is heavily pressuring John Bronner to Peter Agbat-Barone. Peter Agbat-Barone to Benedict Blood. Benedict Blood will make the shot there.
And Ben Blood backing his defender in the paint, getting him out of there, backing him up, using his height. Puts the layup in. That was great to see from Ben Blood. As Bronner almost gets another steal.
Number 25 for Arthur in the corner, being heavily pressured, passes to 35. 35 goes in, tries to make a jump shot, no good. Martin Schoberly with the rebound.
Minute 23 left in the game. John Bronner controlling the ball, almost got stolen there. And Father Carlisle is going to call a timeout so that he can put 2 subs into the game. Joe Mackin and Wyatt Herman. Ryan Top pointed out that there was something on the court. Somebody had dropped something, and so the ref picks that up, and then Joe Mackin and Wyatt Herman subbed into the game. So Joe Mackin takes the point guard position.
Joe Mackin with the ball to Peter Agbat-Perone. Passes it to Joe Mackin. Joe Mackin tries to take the shot, passes it out to Wyatt Herman. Wyatt Herman with the ball back to Joe Mackin. Joe Mackin passes it back to Peter Agbat-Perone. Peter Agbat-Perone with the ball.
And Joe Mackin looking pretty comfortable out there. He's dribbling the ball, getting it around. They fumble it, but Peter Agbat-Perone comes up with the steal, and he's fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line, and I think everyone on that court desperately wants to score right now, but it's nice to see that they're not taking any crazy shots. They're taking it slow, passing the ball around, but you can just tell that they all really want to score. It is Parents Weekend, so most of these players right now, their parents are here. There's Joe Mackin. He's dribbling around and finds Peter Agbat-Perone on the wing. Joe Mackin drives into the high post and gives it to Wyatt Herman. Wyatt Herman drives. He's going to be pushed, and that's a foul on on Arthur. That foul's on number 10. 35 seconds left. 35 seconds left for one of these subs to put a shot into the hoop. Martin Schobley, he has an opportunity. Joe Mackin takes the shot. That's no good. Ben Blood comes up with the rebound. Peter Agbat-Perone has it. Gets it to Joe Mackin. Joe Mackin drives in. Takes another shot into Martin Schobley. He grabs it, and now Peter Agbat-Perone has it. 21 seconds. It's tipped away. Number 5 going the other way. And Joe Mackin's going to be called for the foul. That's not good, but it does give the players another opportunity to go down on the offensive side of the floor and score. With 16.8 seconds left, number 5 is at the free throw line, attempting to put 2 points up. And looking at the score, 33-17, the Lions have scored the exact amount of points that they did last game. However, they've held Arthur to only 18 points, which is great to see and shows that the Lions' defense just really stepped up since earlier in the beginning of the season. As Arthur's going to knock down both of those free throws. 16, 15, 14 seconds left as Peter Agbat-Perone has it on the wing. Joe Mackin, 8 seconds, gives it to Peter. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, Joe Mackin way outside the perimeter. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He holds on to it, and he's not going to take the shot. It's probably the better thing to do. He holds on to it, and the Lions JV team is going to take the victory, 33-19. As the Lions, both times this season, the JV team has beaten the Arthur JV team. But coming up after this is the varsity game. It's for the Bravium Cup. The last team to win the Bravium Cup is the Lions. So hopefully they're able to keep the trophy and keep the trophy at La Salette. There will be a pregame show right before the game, so please tune in for that. But until then, this was Joseph Romero and Michael McCall bringing you this game. Thank you so much for tuning in.